Hey guys, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and this is our Fastlane 2006 recap show. Alright, so Fastlane was really... The February pay-per-view in the WWE, in my opinion, should always be first and foremost to set up WrestleMania. Because, you have the Royal Rumble, which typically sets up the main event for WrestleMania. Sorry, can't get that out. And then you have the February pay-per-view that sets up everything else that the Royal Rumble didn't do. And then we roll from there. To be honest, other than the main event here at Fastlane, which I'm going to get to a little later, nothing else set up anything going into WrestleMania, to completely be honest. I mean, let's see. The first match we had of the night, Kalisto versus Del Rio for the United States Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Match started off good back and forth competition, Kalisto, Del Rio getting some good moves in, and then Kalisto took advantage as he Hurricane Rana'd Del Rio over into the Timekeeper's area. And what does Del Rio do? He gets himself disqualified by hitting Kalisto with a steel chair. Then Del Rio just beats the crap out of Kalisto. He throws him into the barricade, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and then over the, I think, Spanish announce table or the French announce table. I'm not sure which one it is, but one of the foreign announce tables. Then they get back in the ring. The he's hesitant to start the second fall. He's waiting for Kalisto to catch his breath, get his composure, and wait for Kalisto to tell him, I'm ready to go. Kalisto does. Del Rio wins the second fall pretty quickly with that double foot stomp off the top rope. Third fall, Del Rio's still, in control, taking advantage. He does a double foot stomp outside the ring where he had Kalisto hanging from the barricade next to the Timekeeper's area. Hits the double foot stomp, runs back in the ring. Referee almost gets the count out. 1, 2, almost counts out Kalisto. Kalisto gets back in the ring. Then Del Rio, still pretty much in charge of this match. Gets Kalisto in the corner, has him set up for the double foot stomp, but Kalisto blocks, well, not really blocks it, but he gets out of the way. He moves, gets out of it, sort of, however you want to say it. Del Rio comes back. It looks like Kalisto's going to hit the Salina del Sol out of the corner, but he does not, as Del Rio does block that. He then somehow, shoves or throws or whatever you want to call, whips Del Rio into the corner. As Del Rio comes back to him, he hits him with a roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Kalisto gets the second, his second fall of the match, the third fall of the match total. Kalisto wins 2-1. Kalisto is still your United States champion. This was a little bit of a shock. I really thought Del Rio would be the champ going into WrestleMania because they put Sin Cara back with Kalisto as the Lucha Dragons. We've seen it on the last 2 weeks of Raw. We've seen it on the last 2 to 3 weeks of house shows. So, why would they put Sin Cara back with Kalisto as the Lucha Dragons if they're really wanting to push Sin Cara as a singles champion? That really doesn't make much sense to me. I don't know what they're trying to do with that. If Kalisto's just going to defend the title on pay-per-views, but they're going to be a tag team the rest of the time, I don't know. So that was on the kickoff show, and then we get into the main card. And the show starts off with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks taking on Naomi and Tamina, Team Bad. This match was bad. It wasn't bad in the sense that the match sucked, which it was super short. It seemed like, Naomi had a few good spots with Sasha, but that was really about it. And then the match ended up with Sasha putting the Banks statement on Tamina. At the same time, Becky had Naomi in the disarmor. They both tap out. We see who wins. It's it. We cut to black. We get some promo, like a network commercial. That's it. Didn't build no tension between Becky or Sasha. The two raised their hands at the end of the match in victory. All right. Now, I'll get to the Divas Championship. What the plan is going into WrestleMania for the Divas Championship in a little bit. After this Divas tag match, we did get a good match in Owens defending his Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler. This, to me, was a great match. These two always put on good matches when they're working together. I don't know, like you have guys like Austin and Rock. When those two are together, you know the match is going to be good because those two work like the best together. Guys like Cena and Edge. When Cena and Edge are in matches together, they're great. And then you also have guys like Brock and Kurt Angle. When Brock and Kurt Angle have matches together, whether it's in WWE or in Japan, the match is great. And that, I think, is happening right now with Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. Like, these two, I don't know if it's just they've become friends backstage. I don't know if it's like the respect thing. I don't know if it's just their styles clash so well in the ring. But those two work so well together. It's crazy. So they put on a pretty great match. We had a lot of good spots from both men. It looked like once or twice that Ziggler was actually going to win it here in Cleveland, where it's not his hometown, but it is his hometown. He's from Cleveland, Ohio, but he says he's billed from Hollywood, Florida. But anyways, the match ended with Owens hitting the pop-up powerbomb on Ziggler, getting the win 1-2-3. Owens, he did tweet out earlier in the day that he said that he was gonna beat Dolph Ziggler, go into WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion, and turn it into hashtag KO Mania. Well, as of right now, I haven't heard nothing on the plans for the Intercontinental Championship or Kevin Owens going into WrestleMania. So tomorrow night's Raw. I'm going to get on that in a second. I know I keep bringing stuff up, but there's a method to my madness. Let's continue. So we have the Wyatt family taking on what they're calling the Titans of the WWE, Ryback, Big Show, and Kane. To be honest, to me, all this match did was make Ryback look good. When Kane was in the ring, he didn't do much. When Big Show was in the ring, he didn't do much. But when Ryback was in the ring, Ryback dominated on Luke Harper. Like he scoop slammed him, I don't know, 3-4 times in a row and then hit him with a running power slam. But other than really that, the match was all right. I mean, it wasn't completely a loss, but Ryback did end up getting the win on Luke Harper, and Ryback, Show, and Kane beat the Wyatts. Bray tried to interfere once, but yeah, it didn't really do much. Then we have Charlotte defending against Brie Bella, and we had they showed the video package and the stuff that happened last Monday on Raw, where Charlotte was talking to Brie saying, you need to go home, take care of your sister, take care of your husband, this and that. Brie came out, first thing she did was the yes chant. She walked out on top of the ramp, yes chant. Her top was a Brian Danielson American Dragon inspired top. It had the dragon on it, and she was wearing pretty much the same boots Brian was wearing last year at WrestleMania. So this match goes along, and there's a lot of back and forth stuff. Brie hits a Nikki Bella move. Then she starts doing the kicks like Daniel Bryan when the opponent's down on their knees. She goes for the big kick at the end of that. Charlotte ducks out of that. As she does, here comes Brie putting frickin' Charlotte in the yes lock. Charlotte almost taps out. Rick tries to interfere. All of a sudden, Brie kind of rolls out of it and rolls into a single-legged Boston Crab. Keep in mind, earlier in the match, she came off the top rope to hit a drop kick, and she tweaked her left knee or shin or leg, whatever you want to say. So it had been bugging her for about the second half of the match. And as she was sitting there with the single-legged Boston Crab in, she was putting pressure on her leg as well, trying to, rake it, and she was sitting on top of her leg, and I guess eventually the pain hurt her too bad, and she started to slowly let go of the hold, and Charlotte got out of it. Charlotte immediately put her in a figure 8, got the win. A lot of people are saying that this tonight could have been Brie Bella's last match in the WWE. I don't know if she's going to work towards WrestleMania unless they're trying to do a big Divas match besides the title match. I don't see a reason for Brie to stick around. I really don't. Nothing was accomplished in this match to think, oh, okay, we'll get a second match, like a rematch, because Rick tried to interfere once, referee shot that down, okay. But then after the match, there was nothing that set up anything between the two, or that even set up the Divas title going to WrestleMania. I thought maybe we'd see Sasha come out, or maybe even Becky Lynch come out, because the rumored Divas title match for WrestleMania is Charlotte defending against Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch in a triple threat. Now here's my theory on this match. Fans have been peeved that Sasha hasn't been anywhere near the Divas title so far. Now think about it. Who is a huge supporter of Sasha Banks? Triple H. So maybe Triple H is keeping Sasha away from the title picture, so that way, not only does she get her first Divas title match at WrestleMania, but she's going to possibly, most likely, I can see Sasha Banks coming out of WrestleMania 32, the new WWE Divas Champion. Now, don't quote me on this, because we still have like 40 some odd days till WrestleMania, and anything can change. But like I said, I really think that Sasha Banks is going to not only get a title match at WrestleMania, but walk out of WrestleMania as the Divas Champion. So after we get the Divas title match, we get AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Jericho pretty much dominated the whole match. He put AJ Styles in the walls of Jericho multiple times, and I don't know exactly, how many times. It was at least 3 times, and there was one point when he put AJ in the walls at ringside. He was really trying to hurt AJ's back, and then Michael Cole alluded to he's probably trying to do that so it keeps AJ grounded, so AJ can't do many high-flying moves with his back injured. Referee gets to a 9 count while AJ's slowly getting back to the ring. He gets up on the top rope, well, not the top. He gets up on the apron, and right as he's about to get in, boom, Jericho hits a code breaker right before the ref says 10. AJ falls in the ring. Jericho, he's still in control, and then they go back and forth for a little bit after this as AJ catches his composure. Jericho, off the code breaker, Jericho tried to go for a pin, but as the referee counted 1, he then noticed that AJ's arm was under the bottom rope. He stopped the count and said, "That's a rope break." Explained to Jericho. Jericho went off on the ref. Explained to Jericho, hey, yeah, he wasn't touching the ropes, but his arm was under the rope. His hand was actually hanging out of the ring. That's a rope break. That's a rope break. So AJ was able to catch his composure. The two fought back a little bit. AJ then finally hit a Styles Clash on Chris Jericho, but Jericho kicked out. WWE is making the Styles Clash more of like a signature move and not the finisher, which I don't know why. You would think that because AJ's used the Styles Clash many a times in the past to win championships, to win big matches, why not just make that his actual finisher in the WWE? No. WWE then ends up having AJ Styles put Jericho in the calf crusher, and Jericho taps out to the calf crusher. AJ celebrating, he's saluting out to the fans, whatever. He's celebrating in the ring, and Jericho pulls him off the ropes. AJ's like, "You want to go again? I'll go again with you. We just had this big old fight, but I'll go again with you." And Jericho's just standing there. AJ goes to walk off, and Jericho pulls him back. Jericho then extends his hands, the two shake hands, and that's about it. We get another commercial for the WWE Network, and then we come back, and here comes the Social Outcasts. Social Outcasts all come down. They talk about Adam Rose says that they're like for Prius and this and that, and then Bo Dallas talks about how he likes to follow the rules and, stop at stop signs, stop at stoplights, always wear your seatbelt. Curtis Axel says he ain't a Prius, he's a tank. Heath Slater says he's not a Prius, he's a Malibu, Chevy Malibu. Anyways, they all come out here because Curtis Axel is taking on R-Truth. I don't know if this was like a last minute kind of thing, but this match really just seemed out of place. Like, you're going to put this second to last match on the card? This is a filler match. Anyways, we have a good back and forth match. Truth is in control. The Outcasts come. They try to help Curtis Axel. They actually get the best of R-Truth, and out comes Goldust. Goldust comes down thinking he's helping R-Truth, and at one point he throws Heath Slater into the barricade. Then for some odd reason he throws Adam Rose into the ring. As he does, Truth has to jump over Adam Rose so he doesn't fall over him. Curtis Axel gets him, pins him, 1, 2, 3. I don't know what they're trying to do here. If they're trying to put these guys in a tag team, they're making Truth hate Goldust because, Goldust just cost him the match against Curtis Axel at the pay-per-view at Fastlane. So I know this is all going to lead up to Truth and Goldust finally becoming a tag team, but I don't see when or how exactly that's finally going to end up. But after this match, we get the video package for our main event. The main event, Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. Winner faces Triple H at WrestleMania for the championship. Ambrose comes out. Reigns comes out. Brock Lesnar comes out. Lillian announces Roman Reigns. She announces Dean Ambrose. And then Heyman gets on the mic and announces his client, Brock Lesnar. So the match starts off. Lesnar's in control. He goes straight after Dean Ambrose. Reigns tries to jump him from behind. He gets the best of Roman Reigns, takes them both down. Then they start fighting on the outside, and Reigns and Ambrose start working together, and they take down Brock. Because Dean Ambrose, it's a triple threat, no disqualification, hits Brock with a low blow, with a low blow. Next thing you know, Dean Ambrose is pulling the stuff off of the announce table, and I don't know why every time they go to powerbomb somebody on an announce table, the announcers have to bring up the Shield. The Shield's dead. Yeah, whatever. So they powerbomb Brock through the announce table. Then they start looking at each other like, what do we do now? Like, they really look at each other like, do we fight each other? What do we do? Like, yes, you fight each other because the winner of this damn match goes to WrestleMania. So Dean Ambrose not really attack, but he gets the first shots in on Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose pretty much dominates Reigns till Brock gets up and comes back in. Dean Ambrose is going to hit he hits the dirty deeds, goes for the pin, 1-2, Roman Reigns kicks out. Roman Reigns then gets up, Dean Ambrose gets up, they start fighting back and forth, Brock gets in the ring. Brock suplexes them a couple times, then they double team Brock, get him outside the ring again, put him through another announce table. Now remember, like I said, the first time they put Brock through an announce table, Dean Ambrose got the first shots in, dominated Roman that time. Well, not a big surprise. Roman gets the first shots this time, dominates Ambrose in the ring this time. But then, the freaking badass moment of the match. Brock Lesnar slowly stirring. Brock Lesnar slides in the ring. Reigns doesn't see him. Reigns has Ambrose up for a Samoan drop. But before he can drop that Samoan drop, here comes Brock, suplexes Roman Reigns. Keep in mind, he's got Dean Ambrose on his shoulders, so pretty much Brock just Germaned them both. Like, holy crap, that was amazing. Heyman's outside the ring going nuts, like, holy crap. The crowd's chanting, this is awesome. Anyways, back on track. That move was amazing, like, damn. Anyways, alright, let's get back on track. So Brock starts to dominate here and there. So Roman Reigns hits Brock with a spear, and as Roman Reigns, he was going to go for the pin, it looked like, and Brock sticks him in a Kimura lock. Brock's wrenching and wrenching. You think Roman Reigns is going to tap out. You think we're getting that swerve. Brock Lesnar's going to WrestleMania. And then Roman Reigns slowly starts to stand up, but Brock ain't letting go, and then Reigns is on his feet. Next thing you know, in comes Dean Ambrose with a steel chair, hits Brock once, hits Brock twice, hits Brock 3 times, down falls both Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Dean Ambrose then hits Brock a couple more times with a steel chair, and then all of a sudden he looks over, and he starts wailing that chair on his best buddy, Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose finally realizes, hey, if I can win this match, I'm going to the main event of WrestleMania. So he hits Reigns with the chair, then he gets Brock up and throws Brock out of the ring, and as Dean Ambrose goes to turn around, he gets hit with a spear. Roman Reigns gets the win. 1, 2, 3. We get Roman, Triple H, main event at WrestleMania for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Like, who didn't see that coming? Everybody knew Roman Reigns was going to win this match. Roman Reigns has been pegged to win this match. Well, maybe not this match, but the main event, going to the main event at WrestleMania since, like, December. Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the championship has been the plan since December in the WWE. Now, to allude on what I was talking about earlier about WrestleMania and the build-up to WrestleMania, we now know the main event, but we don't know anything else. We don't know who's going to face who's just going to be in the Andre. We don't even know. Like, I would assume they're going to do another Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but we haven't heard anything. All we know, that damn Vincent J. McMahon Excellence Award. Make sure you don't miss the start of Raw tomorrow night, because they said whoever's getting that award, it's opening the show. A lot of people think this is a real award. If you listen to the Wrestling Observer, their radio shows, both the Wrestling Observer Radio and Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez really thinks this is a work. This is just a segment. He thinks it's going to go to Triple H. But a lot of people calling in, they're saying, maybe it's real. Maybe somebody like The Rock is going to get it. Maybe somebody like Dusty Rhodes. Maybe somebody like Pat Patterson. But, I mean, we're going to have to wait till tomorrow, see if that is a real award. If it is a real award, why whoever's getting it is getting it. Because Michael Cole keeps saying, the person getting this award, it's a special award because nobody has deserved this great of an honor before. So we're going to have to really wait and see. But if it is a work, then it's got to be probably to set up something for WrestleMania. Like, I would agree with Alvarez. If it is a work, it's probably going to go to like Triple H. But like I said, we're going to have to wait and see tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. Excuse me. Tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. So overall, I feel like Fastlane didn't do its job well. There was no real standout match other than the Owens-Ziggler match was good. It was good, wasn't great. And same with the main event. It was good, but it wasn't great. You would think coming out of this pay-per-view, you would have some sort of idea on what the direction is for WrestleMania this year. But, yeah, we know for the main event. We don't know for anything else. We don't know. Oh, I did allude one thing. We did have a segment. It was the Rated R Peep Show, I want to say. I don't know. Edge and Christian came out, and then they were supposed to interview the New Day. New Day came out and talked some stuff. Edge and Christian tried to say that they were a chocolate version of Edge and Christian. They were chocolates being pretty vanilla. I don't know. And then they started talking about the League of Nations, so the League of Nations all came out. I feel like this set up a feud between... We're going to get League of Nations challenging for the tag titles. I don't know which two members of the league is going to be the ones to challenge per se. But we do know that Wade Barrett is leaving in June, so he won't be one of them, even though he's probably still not even cleared to wrestle. But that's even beyond the point because that segment was, that was pretty stupid. That segment, again, felt like filler and a way for WWE to promote Edge and Christian's new show, which I did watch the first 5 minutes of, and I don't even know if I'll watch any more of it. It was that dumb. I'll probably watch the whole first episode tomorrow just to see how it is, but to be honest, I'm not that interested. So like I was saying, I feel like Fastlane didn't do his job in the sense that you would think Fastlane should build towards WrestleMania, should give us some sort of sign as to who's going where into WrestleMania. We know Kevin Owens is going in as the Intercontinental Champion. We know Kalisto's going in as the United States Champion. Charlotte's got the Divas title. New Day still has the WWE Tag Team Championships, as they didn't even defend them tonight. They didn't even have a match. But there's no real, how do I say this, signs of who's going to challenge for those titles. Or if those titles are all even going to be on the line, because like you're going to say, oh, well, of course the Divas title is going to be on the line. It wasn't last year. We had the Bellas taking on AJ Lee and Paige in a tag team match. We didn't even have a Divas Championship match last year at WrestleMania. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen with WrestleMania right now. We're going to keep, our ears out. That's going to be our main goal from here out, is to find out every little story, rumor, headline about WrestleMania and bring it to you guys, the Pro Wrestling Unlimited fans. Now, if you guys liked this recap show, then let me know, because if you do, then we'll keep doing it. We'll do more recaps. We'll do more longer shows. I know I've been getting asked, hey, are you going to start doing a half-hour weekly podcast type show? Well, did you like this? I know this is more of a recap. The podcast show would be a little different, but did you like the pacing of this? Did you like the way it flowed? Because if you did, then I'll do more. I'll do whatever you guys want to have me do for you. You want more longer shows? I'll do more longer shows. You want a once a week show? You want a every other week show? You want a twice a week show? Whatever you guys want from Pro Wrestling Unlimited, we will bring to you. So thanks for listening tonight, guys, and don't miss Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. And like I said, for all things going forward to WrestleMania, we will stay on top of it here on Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Good night, guys.